So, welcome to All Past From Within. My name is Ishwar. I help people expand their consciousness and accomplish any goal beyond their wildest dreams. Now, after having published that previous video about, sleeplessness, the two techniques, I've had an overwhelming response to it. Positively, people have managed to get rest for a few hours after months of uncertainty that I've been feeling really desperate about, not being able to have proper rest. Now, obviously, these techniques are very powerful and very useful. Let's face it, guys. You just don't want to sweep it under the carpet. This uncertainty is going to be there for a while, due to several reasons, not just the pandemic, the change of the digital economy, and the consequences, AI taking over, etc. Now, there's one more technique that I want to share, which is perhaps as powerful as the previous ones. There's two parts to it. It depends on how focused you are, how familiar with breathing techniques you are, how much you've already practiced, and of course your ability to retain your lung capacity, etc. This is just as I've explained in the previous videos. There's four parts to the breathing. That is, first you have you hold out. You start the cycle by holding out. Your lungs are completely empty, and then you breathe in. That's the second part. Hold in. That's the third part, and then breathe out. That's the fourth part. Or you could say breathe in the first part, hold in the second part, breathe out the third part, and then hold out the fourth part. The way you do this is you have to do it all for 4 seconds, these 4 cycles, minimum. Okay, some people have a lot of difficulty retaining. However, 4 seconds, if you give it a try, you should be able to do. Let's see how it goes. Hold it in. Breathe out. That's the hold out. Now, each of these, if you can do, ideally you should be able to retain it longer than holding it out. Okay, if you do it that way, again, you are improving your lung capacity a lot better. I would say, besides using these 3 techniques, like the last video, and the two techniques. Okay, I wanted to add this second tip. That is, there's this thymus gland around here, which if you just keep doing the EFT tapping around somewhere around here, the collarbone, you're bound to hit it. So if you just, anytime you feel somewhat nervous or uncertain or anxious, you just start tapping slightly like this for a few minutes. It'll relax you quite a lot. Okay, so yeah, you just using any one of these techniques would take you a long way, and you probably would be able to get a proper night's sleep and improve your health, etc. I insist that rather than just avoiding reality, ignoring it, sweeping it under the carpet, etc., it's better to make yourself bold enough to face it. There is this uncertainty, yeah, but it's obviously not the end of the world. Definitely there's a lot of opportunity coming up as well, if you are prepared for it. If you're in fear, then you most likely miss it. Okay? But overall, I think if you are trying to, it's like, don't think about the pink elephant with your eyes closed. That's the first thing that will appear. So therefore, it's better not to avoid thinking about, okay, I think media fast is great. I think avoiding naysayers is great. Avoiding negative people, any kind of negative comments, fantastic. I'm a big fan of that. However, you can't just exclude the reality. There are certain things happening, which I'm sure you really know, like the AI taking over, which can be wonderful in certain ways. However, many people lose their jobs, and there's a lot more to it. So we need to accept that the war, you've probably heard this a million times before, the last couple of years. The world has changed a lot, so therefore we need to embrace the change. Okay? If you resonate with this, share this message with other people. Also, the techniques would be very, very helpful. And like and subscribe, and talk to you soon. God bless.